Press the red button to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon to get the latest updates from Sonia Goes Natural. Hey friends, welcome to Sonia Goes Natural, and what I'm bringing to you today is Lacha parantha. Lacha parantha is a very authentic Punjabi delicacy, and look at the crispiness of this parantha, and the layers are so very distinct. So let's get started with this wonderful recipe. I have taken here atta. You can take the atta as per your choice. Normally it is made with maida, but I have taken atta, and I'm putting about 1 teaspoon of oil in this one big bowl of atta, and lukewarm water I'm taking, and you have to knead the atta and have to keep it for around 10 minutes. So I'm kneading it and we'll keep it for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can see this atta has been properly come into shape, and now I'm transferring it in a bowl and will start my process of lacha parantha. So normally in lacha parantha, the size of the bowl, the atta ball which you take is a little bit on a higher side. Starting with the Italian lacha parantha, this recipe requires 2 important ingredients in form of Italian seasoning and the crushed red chili pepper, which you call. So these 2 things will generally go. Now I have rolled this and I'm putting, you can see this ghee. Now this ghee has to be spreaded completely on your parantha. See how I am completely spreading the ghee, and after the ghee has been properly spreaded, little bit of this dry powder, this generally, or the dry atta powder which you call, this helps normally in giving a distinct layers. And this is my crushed red pepper. I have mixed little bit of salt with it, and this is my Italian seasoning which is going into this. Now there are 2 distinct methods. I'm starting with first method of making the lacha parantha here. So here I am folding it in form of a fan, the type of the fan which we used to make when we were young kids, if people can relate with that. So this is the same type of the fan which you have to make. Look at this. Try stretching it as much as you can, don't overstretch it, and then start rolling it inward. So it's very easy, and with little bit of practice anyone can make lacha paratha. It's not that a Herculean task, as you say. So you see this nice lovely roll has been made. So now I'll start with the second process. Here, before rolling it, I'm going to put a little bit of ghee here on the top and a little bit of more of Italian seasoning which I'm spreading it on the top. So now this has been completely done, and now I'm going to put a little bit of ghee so that that seasoning remains intact, and we can make a very karara crispy lacha parantha. So you see how beautiful it is coming. This has been completely rolled. So I'm just going to keep this aside and will start my process of the second paratha. And the entire mixture has completely spread over this. So keeping this aside in the plate. And now starting my second type of parantha. This parantha is called as pudina lacha paratha. I'm using dry mint leaves. Again the same process, spreading the ghee all over, especially towards the edges also. You have to spread the ghee evenly so that you get distinct layers with the crispiness of the parantha. Now this is the second method. Here you have to make equidistant cuts on the chapati, on the chapati you have to make the cuts which are equidistant. So the complete chapati is covered with these cuts, as you can see. And now again the rolling process starts. A little bit of, if you want, you can put the crushed red pepper, but I'm going to use more of the pudina here because it's a pudina lacha parantha. So here, look at the rolls, how I'm making it. I'm just picking it up one by one so that it doesn't get messed up. You have to be a bit careful about it. And then the second part from the other side also you can pick it up, and then again stretch it a bit as I have stretched and start rolling it inward the way I'm doing it. Be a bit careful about it. And this second method which I'm showing you gives more distinct layers as compared to the first method. So both the methods are good, but I normally prefer this method as I feel the layers come more distinct in this method. Again, smearing it with ghee. So that is why very good for the kids, putting lots of dry pudina or mint leaves on this, and again the rolling process begins. So with this rolling process, I'm starting the third bhujia lacha parantha. Now here I'm taking bhujia. The process is again the very same as I told you, smearing of the ghee all over, especially towards the edges. Keep it a bit thick, as now I am putting this crushed bhujia on this. So you can take the bhujia of your choice, you can take the namkeen of your choice. Putting the bhujia all over this. Now here you can, if you can notice, I'm going to make the cuts later on. After putting the entire mixture, am I going to make the cuts? So it is on you, but I prefer, if it is a stuffed thing like this, I try putting cuts towards the latter end. Again, putting little bit of seasoning in form of pudina and methi, and then starting this process of doing the cuts. And then rolling the parantha again in the same way as we had done. I'm showing you these methods in 3 different ways because these all were 3 different type of paranthas which I had made. 2 were the methods and 1 was the stuffed one. So look at this. With the stuffed lacha parantha, you have to be a little careful, otherwise the stuffing comes off. The same method of rolling inward the way I have done earlier. Smearing it with ghee. So when it gets finished, you have to smear it with the ghee and then start rolling the chapatis or the paranthas. So now these 3 varieties of lacha paranthas are ready. So let's go to the gas stove and start baking cooking the lacha paranthas. Look at this. My tawa has been put and the lacha parantha has started cooking. You can as it starts cooking, you can see distinct layers coming on the top. So let it cook and then putting ghee on this. With ghee it becomes very crispy because it has moon already inside in form of ghee and the oil which we had put while kneading the dough. So this turns out to be very, very crispy. So here presenting to you friends this wonderful 3 varieties, and look at the layers I'm showing you. The layers are so very prominent and they are so crispy. It's crumbling in my hands. You can just crumble it in this way, and it's really very yummy. You do try this recipe. And if you like this recipe, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Sonia Goes Natural. Bye bye.